guys, welcome to a new video, and yes, this is speed build finally. Um, and it is the speed build of Hanna Marin's house from Pretty Little Liars. I really don't know why this took me so long. Probably because I couldn't find the house anywhere, and I didn't know where I had built it in. So normally I build my houses in a special game save. But it wasn't there, and I had to go to through several game saves just to find it. And finally, I found it in one of my Royal Family game saves, and I don't know why I built it in there because it has nothing to do with medieval things. It isn't even a medieval house, so I really don't know why I decided to build it in there. But yeah, here we are finally. And whenever I build houses from series or from pictures, it really takes me a lot of time, because I want to be as accurate as possible and really make it, realistic and look like the photos. And it isn't always possible because they don't use real houses all of the time in series. So yeah, but I think I try to manage it, and it looks quite cool in the end, if I may say so. And yeah, just trying to figure out the outside of the house, and I wanted to keep it really, I don't know, clean somehow, because I think that the kitchen and all that you see in the series, except Hannah's room, are really, they look really clean and have subtle colors, lots of grays and contrasts and black and white, and I wanted to keep it that way all over the house, and just with some subtle colors, I think peach and rose and something like that. I wanted the house to have the same style in all of the rooms, even though we don't see all of the rooms in the series. We just get to see the kitchen and Hannah's room, I think, and sometimes one of the bathrooms, but I didn't find it anywhere. I didn't want to watch the series again because I just rewatched it, and I think it was the third or fourth time I did this, and I just have to stop myself because I can't do this all of the time. Just rewatch all of the series I like. So that simply doesn't work, and I had to look for photos online to manage to do this. And I think there we switched to another lot because the original lot was too small for the house. It has a lot of space inside, and it doesn't look like that from the outside, so we had to change the size a lot, and the I can't remember all of the words because I didn't build for such a long time. The general shape of the rooms, and I think from the back it looks a lot different than from the front, but I really like that, and I really like that neat front yard. It somehow looks so nice. I don't know if you would really go there and spend time in there. I don't know if they would do that in the series. I don't think so, but it looks nice. And I had a lot of trouble with some of the rooms because, as I mentioned before, you don't get to see all of them in the series, especially the dining room and the living room. So I had to imagine how they would look like. And also, the second floor was quite a struggle for me because there's this staircase with that open thing in the middle. I don't know what it is called in English, but due to that it was really difficult because the shape was so odd. and I just managed to fit in Hannah's room and Ashley's room and the small bathroom. And there's a lot of how is this called? The corridors are really spacious. So I think I didn't furnish them already, well, at least in the second floor, but yeah, I just have to put a lot of things in there, I think. What am I even doing there? I don't think I leave the stairs like that. I think I change it. Because we don't have L-shaped staircases, I just had to, improvise a little bit. And in the end it looks quite nice. Yeah, but I struggled a lot because you see sometimes in the series that there is a small room, and I think it has to be a built-in wardrobe, but in reality it can't be like that because there's not enough space. So I decided to leave that out and just have that little nook in the kitchen with the fridge and some items. Yeah, the kitchen was a lot of fun to build, except for that diagonal wall. I don't know if you remember that from the series. There is a sink on a diagonal wall, and it took me such a long time just to figure out how to do it because we can't build counters on diagonal walls, and this is so frustrating. You will see this in the end. Oh, well, not in the end, when I'm working on the kitchen. You will see it. It was so frustrating. I don't know how long this took me. I think at least an hour in real time just to figure out how to do that, because well, I don't want to talk about it before you see the pictures, but I really had to cut a lot out. I tried to keep a lot of it in, but sometimes it was just ridiculous, and I I felt so dumb, and I just had to cut some parts out because it was such a mess a lot of the time. So but you will see this in a few minutes, I think, because after that room we're going to build the kitchen. And I really like the entrance room, or the entry. I think it's really like in the series, even though from the inside in the series you see that there are windows beneath the entrance door, and from the outside you don't see them because there are none. So I don't know how this is supposed to work, but I decided to leave them out and just put lamps in there to get a little bit of light. Yeah, just decorating the room. And when I build houses after pictures or from pictures, I can't build one room after another because I have to, how can I explain this? Work picture for picture. Because I take a picture and then I build what I see on this. And if some parts of the room aren't on this picture, I obviously can't build them. And so I have to wait with that part before I get an actual picture of it. And sometimes I just improvised and imagined how this would look and just put something in there. It was also a struggle to put Ashley's workplace in the kitchen, because it really didn't work to put in a small table or even a real desk in there. It simply wasn't possible. So I had to try a lot, and I don't know if it is usable. I think I should actually try it out before I upload it to the gallery, so that I can tell you in one of the next parts, because I think this house build will take 3 parts. I would love to make it shorter, but it just wasn't possible. And because I spin around a lot of the time, I think it would really make you dizzy if I increased the speed. So I didn't do that. So we're working on the kitchen right now. Actually, in the series, they have white counters with black countertops, if you say so. I'm not sure. But there wasn't a counter that really looked like that. So I decided to use that clean white ones. And I don't really know why they don't have such a thing. I would think that it's not that unusual to have white counters and black countertops or surfaces. Yeah, I don't know why we don't have them. But perhaps with the new, is it even an expansion pack? I hope so. Yeah, I think so. It is an expansion pack. So with the new expansion pack, I hope we get some new items. I saw some beds, I think 2, if I'm not wrong. I think I saw 2 beds. So this is good because we don't really have a lot of beds in the game. And the color swatches also frustrate me in terms of building, because if you decide to build a house in a particular style, it's not always possible to build it in that style because we don't have, let's say an industrial bed or something like that. So you can't simply build it, or you have to change it for something else. Oh yeah, we are working on the diagonal wall, and you will see that it took me ages. It doesn't seem like such a difficult thing, but really it is. And I don't know why they did this. It's not unusual to have diagonal counters, and I think we had them in the Sim 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we had them. And it's not even so difficult to make that for a game, I think. So I don't know why they did this. So you see the sink doesn't work because I have 2 counters in there, and they just overlap. And that doesn't work. But I really wanted it to be that way. And if you really download that house, I think you have to put move objects on before you place it on the lot, because otherwise it disappears, I think. And you would do this. You would have to do this on your own. And let's just say it is so annoying. So I would not know if I ever wanted to do it again. Because I found a game save that was of this house that was a little bit older, and we didn't have the kitchen in it yet. And I was so frustrated that I had to build all of this again. So I looked for another half an hour or so just to find the right game save. Oh, it was so frustrating. But finally it is finished. Well, almost finished. I just have to, I think I mentioned it before. I just have to finish Ashley's room and the bathroom and the corridor. I think Hannah's room looks really nice, but I don't think you will see it in this video. I think you will see it in the 2nd or 3rd part, because I moved to the 2nd floor just really late in the process, I think. And here you see what happened to that counters. And then I really tried to cover it with bushes. I just put bushes out there, and because I didn't know what to do, there you see it. But they didn't even cover the counters, so it was so ridiculous. I just can't. I just don't understand how that worked. It was so ridiculous. Yeah, I can't believe it still. Sometimes, yeah, you just get so frustrated that you don't want to build anymore, and I think I left it there for a few days or so because I just was so frustrated with the kitchen that I didn't want to build anymore. And but I think now it looks decent, and now we're coming to a point where it somehow works. It doesn't look perfect by all means, but it's usable, I think. I still have to try it, but I really, really think it is usable. And I couldn't get that bracket thing to work where you can move up your objects. Sometimes it just didn't work. For me, I don't know why this is, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I can also make my objects bigger and smaller, and sometimes they're just different keys that I have to use for making them bigger or smaller. I don't even understand how that works. I don't think it has to do something with my language settings, because I changed them and to English and I changed it to German and it just doesn't work. And if you want to do something and it just doesn't work all the time, you just get so frustrated. So all in all, this build was so frustrating. It was so easy to build Aria's house. I don't know why, because it was also a struggle sometimes. But this kitchen really took me ages, and I don't want to build it anymore. I'm so happy that it's finished now. So, and it looks really nice, I have to say. In the end, it really looks nice. But the process of building it, I just can't get over it. I'm so sorry that that I'm just frustrated all the time, and it just was so annoying. And what am I doing? Yeah, I'm changing the outer look of the house. And I will do this more often, because sometimes somehow the house doesn't look like it looks in the series. So and I think this small nook will be a bathroom in the end. I think in the real series there would be a wardrobe or something like that, but I wanted it to be a bathroom because there should be one in one floor. So there I'm trying to work on Ashley's work desk area. I don't know how to call it. It was so difficult. Not that difficult like the kitchen, but also pretty difficult. I really wanted to put a desk in there, and I didn't want to look just like a desk. I wanted it to be usable and work as a desk. So even though she will have a small workroom. Do you even say that, workroom? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think that you say that. But she has a workspace in the dining room, I think. Yeah, in the dining room. Because there was so much space and I didn't know what to put in there. So yeah, I wanted it to be like that, so that you don't see that it is an actual table. But if we go to the back of that wall, we see that you can see the table through the wall, and that wasn't what I wanted either. So I decided to change it, and in the end I put a smaller table in there. And I also saw that we don't have clean how do you say that? Desk chairs? Is this a word? Yeah, we don't have clean looking desk chairs. They're just so colorful and they don't really seem to fit in that kind of house. So there was just one desk chair that I could use for it, and it was so frustrating. I'm so sorry that I say that all the time, but the room on the right is going to be the living room, and on the left there will be the dining room. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, just putting some lamps in there, and I think I will, yeah, I put some, I don't even know what they're called. There are some kind of lights from the game itself, and they just make the room lighter. Oh, my English is so bad at the moment. I didn't record a house build for ages, so I lack all of the words. Yeah, working on the kitchen again. After I built the counters and I didn't want to do it anymore, and so from the kitchen you can actually go outside. You can also see that in the series, and yeah, so I decided to do this as well. And I wanted to build a round table because they have one in the series, but there was no round glass table. So I first picked that one, but in the end I changed it to a square glass table because this round table doesn't really fit the style of the house at all. And so I just decided to, replace it with something else. So, but you will see that. And I also, with the outside, I wanted to have them a small patio area in the back, and I just couldn't get things to work. I wanted to use really subtle colors, and like the style of the house is blacks and whites, but there was just no furniture for that. I simply don't know why. Perhaps I was just not able to do that. Perhaps if I would build it today, I would find a possibility. Actually, perhaps I will go over it and change it again, but you will probably see it in the last part then. Yeah, and not now. And I'm not sure if I did the patio area in this part. Yeah, I'm not sure. Then I decided to use the small table, because otherwise it just wouldn't make sense, and it just wouldn't work, and I really wanted it to work. So this will be the small patio area. I'm trying to use that fence and with a lot of vines, if you say that. Yeah, but I furnish it later. Yeah, trying to use different fences, and I don't know if I go with that. I think I will change it after a while. I wanted it to look really nice. I think you see that area in some parts of the series, but I couldn't really find a picture of it, so I tried to build it from my mind. And I hope it doesn't look so odd to you, but you will see that. And there you see that the second floor really has a strange shape. So I hope you don't mind. I think it still looks nice, but it is an odd shape, you have to say so. I think in reality nobody would build a house like this, just because the shape is so odd. I don't know how to say that. Yeah. Just placing some furniture and making the decking area, and I got this tip from, I think, Deligracy some time ago, and I think this is so beautiful. I never thought about it. I always use it, but yeah, really the credits go to Deligracy, I think. I don't know if she really invented it, but she used it, and I saw it first in her videos. And so I had also to reshape the roof, of course, because it doesn't fit the shape of the house anymore. Another frustrating thing, because from the front it just looks different than from the side or the back. And I struggle a lot with roofs. I just don't know how to build them, how to look, or how to make them look realistic, because actually if you are out for a walk, or I don't know, out in the city, you don't really look at the roofs of a house. At least I don't do that. If you do it, please tell me, and tell me why you look at the roofs. Because I just don't do it, and so I obviously don't know how they work, and they always look a little bit odd, I think, in my builds. But well, I think it's still okay. It doesn't look too strange. Please don't tell me that they looked so strange, because I would be really sad. No, I wouldn't be sad, but it could be worse, of course. And I think we're really coming to the end of the video. I don't know what I'm doing the rest of the video, just rearranging some things, I think. And perhaps working on the patio area. Yeah. Just rearranging some things. And I hope in the next part, when I record, or when I build the house, or when I finish the house, I will be possible to move objects up, because as I put some items in the kitchen and decorated it, it wasn't even possible to put items on the shelves, so they look really empty, and I don't know why they did that, because there are a lot of items that can be placed on shelves, but there are also some items that can't be, and I don't know why, because they aren't bigger as the other items, or sometimes they're even smaller and you just can't place them on shelves, so that's so strange, and I don't know why they decided to do that, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes really odd things happen when I build, so like you saw, that small edge that came out, or that small corner that came out, I don't know why that happens to me all of the time, but yeah, it just does, and so I have to delete it. I wanted to use the lamps from the movie stuff pack, I think they were, but in the end they didn't really fit. And we're coming to an end right now, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you're looking forward to the second part, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys!